It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
I wanted to, he would. Right now I'm working my second shift. I just finished my...
And when they talk about being married or getting proposed to, it's always what they're doing to show the man that they can be a wife and a good wife. Like, I cook for him, I clean for him, I wash his, like, damn it, do you wipe his ass too? Are you his fucking caregiver? Are you his mama CNA and all that shit? Like, what did he do for you?
You know what's crazy is I don't completely disagree with her video. You guys are a little confused. There's a viral video of this woman right now basically flexing that she got proposed to, and then she's like going on a list being like, I've cooked for him, you told me not to, I've done this for him, and she's just naming all these like wife activities that girls told her not to do, and yet she has a ring. And a lot of women are having this same reaction to what I think a lot of men's whole point when like they see men being like, listen, I don't mind being Mr. Provider. I don't mind, you know, she's going to stay at home with the kids and I'm going to go work 80 hours a week. Even stitched a video last week of this guy where he thought it was a flex. He turned off comments. Very, very smart decision. He made this video.
For those that need to hear it, if he wanted to, he would. Right now I'm working my second shift. I just finished my full-time job, just doing DoorDash to be able to pay for date night this weekend. I pay all the bills. I do most of the cleaning and I do all of the cooking.
The same feeling that girls feel when they see this video where they're like, well, what does he do for you? Like, you're naming all these things, like, what are you, his mother? Like, that's how men feel when they hear stories like the last guy. That is why he had to turn his comments off. He was getting absolutely flamed. I'm not saying you can't cook a meal for your husband. I'm not saying you can't go and, you know, DoorDash for some extra money for date night for your girlfriend. But when I see videos similar to the one that the girls made and similar to the one that that guy made, the vibe you give off is like, well, what do they do for you? You have to know that's what most people are going to think when they're...
I'm not gonna lie, he's on to something right here. Like, it's really about what have you done for me lately versus, you know, you're doing
watching the video.
Things.
It's become very normalized that men are just supposed to do certain things and then women are just passive beneficiaries of that thing without really doing any tangible things besides like, well, she's gonna be really loving and caring. Because even though I think this girl was just trying to prove a point that a lot of her single friends are like saying to do things that are just gonna keep her single because misery loves company, I actually do kind of understand where it's like, well, when you're saying you did all of these things, like, what did he do for you? You know, don't make it seem like he's the prize just because, you know, you got a ring. Like, I kind of do get their point. But my whole point here is whether you're a male or a female in any of these relationships, please just make sure if you're doing all of these things, whether you're that lonely man who doesn't realize he's lonely in the video that I just played, or you're this girl, just make sure you're actually getting some type of emotional value out of this and you're not just giving the whole relationship. That's just my opinion, but hey, what do you think?
God damn. I just had it. Alright, yeah, what I see with this situation is that you know, reciprocating energy. Let's make sure that everybody you know, if the person you doing for is doing for you, and that's really all I see. I see a lot of hating from people who are being hurt in the past and they just want to warn people, but sometimes your warning is not necessary because what at the same time where they're trying to warn people you shouldn't do this, at the same time they're down in what she actually had going on. And sometimes if you love somebody enough, then you'll do what you got to do and not worry about what other people think about it. Because as I seen in my comments plus others, it's just like, I think in all of the hurt women comments, it was hurt women, other hurt women. And people who are thinking logically like, all right, man, I mean, just do whatever makes you happy. And if that makes you happy, but then do it. And if he giving you the same energy, do it. But we can't make an observation off a 22-second video. We just enjoy that you happy. We glad you happy. We glad you did what you did. A lot of comments came out in those comments were like good energy. People who just wanted to see her win. Then there's people who have their stories, but they're like, hey, that was just my story, but I don't wish that on nobody. So if you know, because it's women that cook, clean, and do all this stuff and get cheated on. We know this. That's not, that we can't question. But to tell somebody, girl, you doing too much because I didn't have to do all that. All right, well, I mean, it's 9 times out of 10 you get cheated on. So what you gonna blame it on? Nobody but yourself for not doing what you should have been doing for your husband, or he could just be a dog ass man. Either way, live your damn life the way you want to. But just because you gonna put the bare minimum into your man, listen, don't put the bare minimum into your man. If he gonna cheat with a lot, or he gonna cheat with a little. He gonna cheat. If he gonna abuse you, he gonna abuse you if you do a lot. He gonna abuse you if you do a little. So you just better pray that when you choose, that he don't do either. And that's it. That's all you can do. But you can't turn nobody else down at the same time.
They told me not to make his lunch. Oh, okay. They told me not to fold his laundry. Yeah.
Let me start out by saying congratulations, like, girl, ring, ring, ring. But take this as a warning to the single girls that are out there hoping to get married.
They told me not.
Damn.
They told me not to make it. Okay. They told me not to fold his laundry. Yeah.
Girl, ring, ring, ring. But take this as a warning to the single girls that are out there hoping to get married.
Mind you, she's not talking to the lady in the video. She's talking to the single ladies hoping to get married. This is one of the most, this was well thought out. I still think she doesn't like what the lady did, but instead of talking to the lady who made the video, she's talking to single ladies. And that is how people should frame their videos instead of bashing that woman. But let's carry on.
It doesn't always work out that way. I've known girls that have given 7 years, 10 years more to a man, cooked dinner, cleaned up, took care of their kids, pee-popped on a handstand, like did everything possible that they could do, wifely duties without a ring, and they were still never wifed up. I know women that did the bare minimum, like literally, baby, I'm not picking up your socks, and they were married within 6 months.
Yeah, so at the same time, like I said, she's talking to single women, not the woman in the video. Because, look, you could do whatever. If that man love you enough, he gonna be on that ass. If that man love you enough. Happy Sunday. If that man love you enough. But if that man don't respect you, it don't matter what you do. You could do a little or you could do a lot. He gonna cheat. He gonna beat. He gonna lie. All that. So it's all about you picking the man. Honestly, it ain't even about, or the man picking you. It's running slow.
So, moral of the story, it's not about what you can and cannot do for that man. It's about you and the standards you set for yourself when you meet that man.
Absolutely. Now, that was one I agree with, but still in the comments you can see a lady says, I feel like you don't gotta perform for someone to love you. Yeah, I mean, actually you do. It's not a performance, it's who you are. So if you are a person that wants to cook for your man, wants to clean, do your man's laundry, wants to offer to pay you for a dinner, that's just who you are. That's not a performance. Be who you are. They acting like this woman's performing. And another person says, I realize these conversations are class-based because I'm not a maid. I can show you love without using my labor. Okay. Yes, you can show love by doing many things. Like talking to me about my day. There's not much another woman could do for me. Because, I mean, if you're not going to do the laundry, What, you gonna talk me to death? Cause goddamn, I don't even talk that much. But I show you love by, what, are you gonna rub his feet? Are you gonna do that? Because that's labor. You gonna rub his shoulders? Cause I think women are taking physical things. Like, what you gonna do? You gonna do a garden? You gonna do a garden to show that you love him? You gonna make a garden, or are you gonna fix up his man cave? So you gonna pay for this man's man cave? You gonna put all the sports memorabilia in there? You gonna do that for him? You gonna spend all your money on him? Wow. I'm just trying to figure out. This person said, I can show you love without me using my labor. What are you going to do? You're not going to pay for dates. You're not going to pay for dinner. You're not going to cook. You're not going to clean. You're not buying him anything. You're not going to buy. What are you going to do? You're going to pay for somebody else to give him a massage? Oh, that's sexy, I guess. I don't know. It just don't make sense that women won't do nothing. Nobody told her not to fold her laundry. She trolling. Men really just want to be left alone and enjoy their man cave. That's a fact. Like, if that's what you got to do to show me love is to just shut up. What does that? If a man just be like, "Hey, just leave me alone. I know you love me." Oh, that guy values you a lot, honestly. But hey, I don't know. But the thing is, people saying I don't have to use labor. Like, folding clothes is like he's your slave master or something. It's really not that much, man. It's not that deep. Um, Somebody else says something in the comments. She says, for real, I'm married and I still don't do his laundry or cook every day. Oop. Okay. Well, what do you do for him? See, it's a lot of women saying, I don't do this, I don't do this, I won't do this. What do you do for your man to make him love you? Mind you, man, that was, got some of my blanket in my mouth. Went to sleep earlier. Um, like, you can say, "Oh, I raised the kids." That don't make your man happy. Raising your kids or y'all's kids together does not make your man happy. Trust me, he don't care. Um, like I'm trying to figure. I can come up with all type of excuses to try to figure out what a woman would do besides his laundry or cook for him that would make him happy. Because if you're not paying for dates, if you're not buying him anything, and if you're buying him something, are you buying it with his money? Meaning he could have bought it himself? Or they're like, oh, I'll get an interior decorator to decorate his room. That's not love. That's not love at all. That's just showing, oh, I thought about you, so I'd had somebody do this for you. But love is like this. Love ain't big. Love is small. Okay, like, oh, you said the other day you just randomly said you was craving this ice cream, so on my way home I stopped and grabbed it for you. I thought it'd be nice for you to have. You know, love is um man, it's a Tuesday and she needs some flowers. Bro, that's love. All this, I don't cook for him and I don't do, and I ain't gotta get his love, man. Well, what are you doing for love? That's what I want to see in the comments. What are we doing for love? Cause shit, that this it's just bothering me that we don't know. I don't know what now. I don't know what women want. I'm actually confused, cause I ain't got no money, so If she think I'm paying all her bills and giving her a big ass ring and she ain't gonna fucking do my laundry, you got another thing coming.
They told me not to make his lunch. Oh, okay. They told me not to fold his laundry. Yeah. They told me not to pay for dates. Okay. Yeah. Take me through there. Take me through there. What you talking about? That nigga lunch.
Yo, hey, they're going to tell you a lot of things not to do for your man, like pack his lunch, like fold his clothes, like pay for a date here and there. Why? Because misery loves company. Even the woman that commented below talking about, girl, you're going to find out the hard way. What is she going to find out? That she could get a man who will pay for everything, that she doesn't have to go 50-50 anymore because she got that ring and she is now a wife? See, it's going to be a cold winter for a lot of these women who try to tell you to be a feminist, who try to teach you that you should not do for your man. Because ladies, I always tell other women that they should do for their man. Why? Because a man will appreciate it and reciprocate it 100 times over. Well, not those bums y'all seem to always pick. Because God forbid you get a good man who wants to do for you, then you call him a lame because he doesn't want to be out there in the streets. But when he is out there in the streets and cheating on you, that's when you start to say what? All men ain't shit, right? Right.
I mean, I'm with them for the most part. What up, Joker? I'm with them for the most part. But here's the thing. I was watching, Could Have Been Records, and I went on a tangent about some shit in life, and it was just like, I was on the phone, and I was like, man, I feel like, you know, it was actually about my kid. I'm not going to tell the whole conversation, but it was about my daughter and my oldest one, or my two oldest ones. And I was just like, you know, that same energy that they was giving before that they ain't giving now, it's kind of a slap in the face. So when you get a good man, or you get a man who is willing to take care of his kids. Oh, it was something about child support. I don't know, not my child support, but somebody else's child support. And I was just like, you know, if you get a man who's paying child support, but you keep the kids away. Oh, I know what it was. It was about Corey SSG. It wasn't about my kids. My kids was in the conversation. But you get a man who takes care of his kids. You get a man that pays for his kids. And then that man, oh no, the question was, if a man is a sorry man, if you get a sorry baby daddy, right? And you own his ass, he ain't shit, he this and that. And then he turns around and gets his life together. Are you going to forget everything he did in the past and move forward? Would a woman stop treating him like crap, talking crap about him on the internet, and stop keeping his kids away if he became a good, decent father, paying his child support, wanting visitation with his kids, stuff like that? Would you just be like, all right, bam, we locked in? I bet you 99% of women wouldn't change their mind. Now, all right, y'all gonna be in the comments, I did it. Well, that's 1% of women, because there are women that will change their stance. If a woman from the gate is not bashing her baby daddy, no matter how sorry he is, letting him see his kids no matter how sorry he is, and just not dealing with the bullshit and not falling for his bullshit no matter how sorry he is or how disruptive he is to the raising of the children, if she's good from the beginning, she gonna be happy that he stepped up. But I think women that be bitter from the start, gonna be bitter till the end. And that's the difference. There might be some that change their tune, but I don't know. I don't know. That was the conversation. But yeah. But shout out to the women who actually don't give a damn what they baby daddy do. Like, golly, it's like I'll be praying and wishing and hoping.
So in case you're wondering, who are the day that woman that just got engaged was talking about when she said they told me not to pack his lunch, they told me not to do his laundry, they told me not to pay for dates? Go check out the women that are talking about her. It's going to give you a clear picture of who's the day that she was talking about. And if you notice a pattern in most of their videos, they want to start out with the video, not that I'm hating. You know you're hating. And then they go on to say what made her do a video like this. What would possess a woman that as soon as she get engaged, she wants to get online and say something like that? She has every right to come online and flex and say, the very thing you guys told me not to do and you encouraged the woman not to do got me to be engaged. Most of those videos that you see coming forward, it's a trauma response. It's women that did all those things and more for the wrong man. And the sad thing is they did it not once, not twice. They did it over and over and over to the point where their hearts have become like a rock. That's why now a person can come and they could be genuinely happy. They don't know how to be happy for the person and they don't know how to be quiet. Jealousy, resentment is loud. You're going to hear it. And I pray that you have discernment to know when these women coming around you, to know when they come to give you those type of advice. There is nothing wrong with you doing what you feel like you want to do to appreciate the man that's in your life. Don't be the one to be the first to do all that stuff. That's what these women did. So don't listen to people telling you, oh, you should never do this for a man. If you have a discernment, you will know when you find the right man.
She not lying. But like I said, it's a lot of young people that be doing all this young stuff.
And when you find the right man, you can find...
It be a lot of women doing all this stuff while they young. And they go all out for their man. For him to cheat, for him to lie, for him to steal, for him to ruin her credit. All that nonsense. They have babies with them. They're not married. They're not doing all this stuff. But then when you think about it, you just got to sit back and think about it. That man was not ready to be a man. He was not ready to be a husband. He was not ready to be a father. He got in it before he sowed his raw oats. He didn't get it out of his system. And at the first sign of another woman who's showing him attention, it doesn't matter how much attention you showed him. He gonna cheat. So you got to wait till like about 30 to 40 before you know that man is ready. More mature men are ready at 30. There are men that are ready at 20, but the men that are ready at 20 is about like this big to a graph that's this big. You know, that's like 1% of men. 1% of men are ready for a long-term commitment at 20 years old. At 25, you got about 5 to 7.5%. At 30, that's when you get up to about 40%. At 40, you got a larger number of men that are ready to settle down and do what is right and financially ready to do it. Mind you, men that start off young, making good money, taking care of these women, often go broke. And guess what that leads to? Divorce. Man, it's a guy, I watched this video the other day. He was crying because he spent all his money taking trips, buying Gucci, buying nice cars. His wife was a stay-at-home mom, had his 3 kids. They had everything going for themselves. They was young, making money. And as soon as he started getting money, losing, it's like he wasn't making the money no more. They had to go back. They had to scale back. They started having financial problems, then relationship problems, then they ended in divorce. She took the kids away from him. He left with nothing. He left with absolutely nothing. That man was broken. Boy, so for men too, better wait till you grow up. Like, yeah, I get it. Yeah, now he learned the tough lesson. He learned a tough lesson. He sure did. But guess what? That man got his life back together, has a new wife, has a bigger home, and everything. Because he sat back and focused on himself rather than taking care of this woman at a young age. And see, every situation ain't the same. I'm just saying, people, we be doing stuff too young to figure it out. And that's why men just be out here having babies with women, and they be having like 4 or 5 kids by the time you know them. Cause they like, shit, let me get this out the way.
If you want, but everything in you is going to want to reciprocate. Keyword reciprocate. And the sad thing is, a lot of them, they're digging even a deeper grave, because now they're cursing somebody's marriage before it even starts.
Women shouldn't be preparing lunches for their husbands, okay? It's keeping your men soft. Today at work, every single man, or should I say boy, is opening up their lunch boxes. And by the way, some of these motherfuckers literally have Power Ranger lunch boxes, all right? And they're opening up and they're showing it to each other. And oh, I got a PB&J. Oh, this motherfucker over here. Oh, I got a salad. My wife made me spaghetti. Look, I got this drink and I'm just like, I'm over here observing, from afar. And they asked me, Junior, what did your wife make you? I'm like, nothing. She's my wife. She's not my mom.
It's not about her being your mom. It's one of many ways that she could show that she loves and cares about you. And packing a man a lunch for a long day of work, a wonderful way of doing that. It doesn't make men soft doing sweet things like that for them. Like, he's probably working a grueling job anyways. That certainly doesn't make him soft. And in these relationships, it probably goes both ways. He probably does a lot of sweet things for her too. And it goes back and forth.
Women shouldn't be preparing lunch.
I guarantee you there's no way he's working a hard job. I mean, this man's hands ain't dirty. He has a white t-shirt on and his hair is like gelled up. Like, come on, man. He's not working a hard labor job. So he's pretty much talking about a bunch of soft guys. But you know what? You know who he's talking about? You know who the guys he's talking about? He's talking about white men. These white men in these jobs that have their wives make lunches. I know, because I be working at jobs and I be like, damn, she get up and she make both of y'all lunch. Be putting them in little glass containers with lids, color coding them, and stacking them up perfectly in their little lunch pail and shit like that. Put a little ice pack in there to keep it cool. You know what I'm saying? I be like, damn, that's crazy. But you know what? I ain't mad at it, because 9 times out of 10 it's just leftovers from last night. It's not like she went in there and just prepped a whole 4-course meal, for his lunch. Matter of fact, when I was in a relationship like that, we would intentionally make extra so I could take it to lunch. And ain't no man eating no damn peanut butter and jelly sandwich at no damn job. He was just making him seem like a kid. He might got a Power Rangers lunch pail. I got a I Love Lucy lunch pail. I don't take it to work with me. I got a lunch pail, but at the same time, matter of fact, I got a pink lunch pail, and I only got the pink one because the one I was using messed up. But it was my mom's, and I was like, shit, I ain't finna pay for another one. All I'm gonna do is eat lunch out of it. This don't define my sexuality. Looking ass, but. But somebody like him would say, oh, you got a pink lunch pail. I'm like, what the fuck does it matter? Like, you get up and make your own lunch, goofy. Like, your wife don't even do that for you. So you mad at, you sitting up here, you got to go work 10 hours a day, slaving, and not once has your wife made you lunch. What does that tell you about you? Matter of fact, y'all need to get you a wife to pack you a lunch. Because men don't know how to pack lunches. Because we don't put no vegetables in there. We don't put no fruits in there. It just be meat and bread. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you need some healthy stuff in your diet. And the shit that men pack, chips, peanuts, sunflower seeds, soda, don't have no water, and it be 100 degrees. Yeah, come on. Sometimes men need women to survive because we'll die. I ain't gonna lie, we'll die. Shit. She be like, if I let him pack, that's like letting your kid pack their own lunch. You know what your kid will pack in their lunch? Be cookies, candy. Be like, where's the lunch at? This is some bullshit.